Mr. Bell?
Thank you so much. I unfortunately have to oppose this project. I'm a Providence resident. I'm here as part of Building Bridges Providence. And I think the fundamental concern, there are many concerns with this project, but the fundamental concern is how it interacts with the park. It would not just encroach on the park, but it's also a building design that very much takes away from the ethos of what I think we're all trying to build here in Providence, the central, wonderful new neighborhood, a new downtown for our city, centered around a beautiful waterfront park. And when you stand behind a parking garage that overshadows the park, you don't often find beautiful spaces in the shadows of parking garages. And we have to understand, sometimes you have pretty renderings and it looks nice. In this case, I don't think the renderings are in fact pretty. But you have cases when the actual building that gets built winds up being substantially dingier and worse. And we have to look at another parking garage in the neighborhood. We don't have to look very far to see this in practice. And when you stand behind a parking garage, you lose that sort of Massachusetts model of development. You try and build around placemaking and wonderful spaces where people want to be. And having this project designed in the way that it is, encroaching on the park with this large parking garage plinth, undermines the fundamental goal of building this beautiful new downtown. And I think we also have to understand a couple other things about this project. For one, there's a very good reason why this proposal came forward, which is that it's a beautiful site. It's a beautiful piece of land. It's a wonderful parcel. And we're only going to get better offers as the I-95 land develops, as we bring more and more buildings online, as we have the park coming to fruition. And we're going to get a much better offer to build on a pre-existing park. To develop this parcel now, to rush into a poorly planned project, is to ultimately lose out on a lot of really important good jobs. I also think we really do have to understand what this does to the housing market. Yes, Providence does have demand for new housing units, but it simply does not lie at this high end that this project is aiming towards. We have had many new high-end housing units come onto the market, but we have had very few affordable units. And at the current stage in the housing market, flooding it with another round of high-end units is not the best use for our current housing market. And we also have to understand that in Massachusetts and most competing municipalities, there is something called inclusionary zoning, which we do not have in Providence, where most similar projects will be compelled to provide a certain percentage of affordable units, which is not happening in this project. That is one of the reasons, I think, why some developers want to come in here and build pure luxury housing. But we do have to care about the affordability of people in Providence. And our housing market affordability problems are real, and we do need to address them. So I think this proposal fails on a number of grounds. I think it's bad for our housing market. I think it fails to provide the jobs that we could get from a better proposal in the future. And I really do think it damages the park and the whole ethos of the planned I-95 land. So I strongly encourage the Commission to oppose Level 2 approval. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.